you know, like I said, this is something that is very much a treat for us to have him out. He is like family to us. Please give out this Jeff Skunk Baxter.
Thank you.
And this, what's that?
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's Darla.
All right, take it away.
All right. Well, thanks for showing up. Before we do anything, I want to introduce the band because it's always good to know who's with the zoo here. So, on my stage left here are killer lead singer and an unbelievable bass player. Again, all these guys are all session cats. We're all session sluts. We're sensitive artists. Where's the check? That's how we, very sensitive here. And so, you know, hey, triple scale guys in a double scale world, man. That's what it is. So over here, not only is he a phenomenal bass player, phenomenal singer, but he also happens to be the bass player for the Detroit Symphony. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Hank Gordon. And behind me, best looking guy in the band, our fashion plate. Yeah, you man. Killer drummer, one of the few guys that can really play a shuffle. Everybody thinks they can, but that's a special art. Again, first call cat, works with, what can I say? He's the reason that I love drummers. He's in my band. So I'm a very lucky guy. He's also a killer singer. So ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Mark Damian. I keep forgetting you played with so many people. Tell me how many people you played. Go, say. Yeah, don't be shy.
Carlos Santana.
Yep.
Never heard of him.
Earth, Wind and Fire.
Yep.
Al Jarreau.
Yep.
Madonna.
Yep.
Prince.
Yep. Henry Kissinger.
Henry Kissinger.
All the cats, man.
All those guys.
All the cats. So, on keyboard, vocoder, vocals, just a frightening player. As you know, you can see by his resume. He joined us not that long ago, and we were having way too much fun doing what we do. So we don't know where this is going. We leave enough space in the songs because you just never know where it's going to go. But I remember I was doing a session with Oscar Peterson one time, and we had just given him a Roland synthesizer. It was a Jupiter 8. And so we were doing Sweet Georgia Brown. I was trying to think of who was on bass. Eddie Gomez. He was on bass. Rod Carter. It was a really cool band. And so we were playing along, and as we're playing, the engineer goes like this. And Oscar Peterson says, "Yeah, I'm trying to play." And then the engineer was going like this, and Oscar, yeah. And finally, we stopped. We slowed down. About 20 minutes. And the engineer said, "I just wanted you guys to know we ran out of tape." And Oscar Peterson said, "I know, man. I just wanted to see where it was going." That's the secret of playing with great musicians. Since if you don't know where it's going, you gotta hope your chute opens. And my son is a Fender here. He knows 125 jumps, airborne, special forces. Yeah, you made it. So anyway, we're gonna do a couple of tunes from. We have our own version. We're not a cover band, so we do our own version of songs that we like. So this first one is this Steely Dan tune called "My Old School." Daddy Okay, so we did this record called Speed of Heat. I never did a solo album before, and it was kind of an interesting adventure. So, Speed of Heat. I have another job. I have a day job. I'm not going to get too into it because most of it's classified work, but yeah, I work for the government. A lot of aerospace stuff. And so on the cover of the album, there's these equations that have to do with speed of heat, which is a thermodynamic term used when an aircraft or something approaches the speed of sound. So I have all these equations on the front of the album, and I got a call from a couple of buddies of mine. One of them was here, Curtis and I worked at Northrop Grumman for 20 years. There you are, babe. And so I got a call from, I think it was Aaron, and he said, I know what those are. I said, what? He said, those are oblong pressure wave gradient equations. Speed of heat. I said, absolutely. So we figured, we wrote a song, which is our, I guess the title tune of the track, called Speed of Heat. Let's see if we can get to Mach 1.
Sure we can get there.
I guess we're a Roland band. I'm using these amps here. The Blues Cube amplifiers are just unbelievable. And oh, by the way, there's nothing coming out of the speakers. The amps are so good that you can just take the direct out, go right to the PA system. That way you don't kill everybody in the front row. You see, you're still alive, and their ears aren't bleeding.
You're laughing well.
And
I know it's kind of hard to tell.
and of course, well, everything I use is Roland guitar, everything. It's just, I've been with this company for 50 years, and everything they do and everything we do just blows my mind. Hank, over here. Yourself?
Yeah, you're going to talk about it? Yeah, do it.
Oh yeah, I didn't know if you needed this.
I'm going to get to that.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Hank, tell them what you got.
So, last year, I walked into a music store looking for a little combo amp. This Katana 210 changed my life. Let me explain. I do a lot of gigs where I have to play upright, fretted, fretless, and change quickly. For any bass players out here that play upright, you know the hardest thing is to plug in your amp and find that perfect EQ so that it's not howling and it gets a good sound every time. Well, I spent a couple hours, programmed it, locked it in. All I have to do is hit a button. Now, if you're on the road and Roland sends you amps, or you have to play through somebody else's Roland Katana, you have your sounds on the app in your phone. Bluetooth, pair it up, download your sounds in about 10 seconds. That's what I do. It changes your life. So here's just a couple of things that I'm playing up here. This is the sound, the basic bass sound. Got a little compression, EQ. At the beginning of speed of heat, I used an octave with a little delay. Just because this wasn't enough, right? Anything worth doing is worth overdoing. That's what I like to say. And then there's a little chorus. So, change to fretless.
So, when you showed it to the guys at the Detroit Symphony,
Oh yeah.
they bought one.
Yeah. I took mine in there and played the acoustic and all that, and they said, "Tell me about that." And they have an acoustic bass that they offer to jazz musicians when they come through town to use. It's about a $150,000 bass. So they bought one. They bought a Katana, and I spent a couple days working with the audio guy there to match the sound of that $150,000 bass through the Katana, and it's perfect. So you just hit the button, and it sounds good. So here's a little fretless sound. That's what it sounds like when you hit the microphone with the next to your bass. It's a sample.
Check, check. We're selling the sample out in the road. TV's in my way. Get all your sounds for all your basses, so let's go to the acoustic.
So we're going to do a little tune. This is not going to be heavy metal. Depends on who you're talking to, I guess. But it's kind of more of a jazz tune and jazz and classical. And so it gives us an opportunity to have some fun. Freddie, being the frightening keyboard player that he is, gets a chance to open up a little bit. And of course, we have no idea what's going to happen once you get past the second coda. Yeah, absolutely. But that's it. And Hank is going to play stand-up through the guitar and bass.
Testing 1, 2.
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay, this is a little tune called Giselle. Freddie, awesome. Hey, and Mark. And Freddie's doing all of this on this unbelievable machine, this new Roland B-Stage keyboard. You want to talk a little bit about it?
Yeah. Greetings, everybody. So I was privileged to get a preview of this keyboard about 48 hours ago. I think they literally left it off at my place. I had about 2 or 3 hours to figure out where the power button was, you know, the volume button, right? And one of the things that I love about this instrument, for all of you gigging people, we have a lot of people gigging, yes? We got a lot of working musicians in this audience, yes? We have the most sacred job in the world, everybody. We get to work with vibration and frequency for a living. Is that cool or what? And I always like to say that if you're doing something that really means something, that can really move people, you're giving them something to be able to hear what is not heard in words. Words can't do what we do, right, everybody? So this instrument does a lot that can fulfill a lot of those immediate needs. I mean, one thing is, if you're playing piano, you sort of have to cover a lot of bases. You know, you might have gigs where you're going. You might have gigs where it's. Yeah, you have gigs like that, right? You might have gigs like. Or it might be. We're trying to get Roland to make a 99 key piano. I'm working on that. So that's great for piano, right? But then you got to be able to hit a button and go, well, wait a second. I need to get this from Roland's too, right? Because you got to do that. You got to do things like that. Things that are part of the Roland DNA for like 40 years, everybody. Right? That beautiful Rhodes that Rhodes that. I mean, even Harold Rhodes has got to give this some honor, right? Even the man who created and invented the Rhodes has to bow down to Roland, because that Roland piano, how many hits have been written with that sound, right? That's in the machine, right? So you've got the acoustic piano, you've got the electric piano. You've even got your synths, which in this case, at this point I have a pad setting. And what's nice about that is if I turn on the Rhodes, and I have that, I get, of course, I had the acoustic piano, I get. And all I'm doing is hitting an on and off button. I'm not going into an edit screen, which I can't see because the lights are shining on it. How many times does that happen to you guys and ladies? You're playing a gig and you cannot read the screen. And the people who designed the instrument said, well, all the editing, everything happens on the screen. But no, Roland said, no, we're going to put on and off buttons that have glowing red lights on them and make it really easy. For people who aren't too smart with programming, like me. Because that's not what I do. I'm really not a programmer. But it was simple to understand, right? Then of course, you know, at the end of the day, you gotta have your B3. So this is sitting here with all its drawbars, the high ones, the low ones, the Leslie, the kicks on, and gradually slows down. But wait a second, I think I want to add some synth to that. I think I want to add some Rhodes to that. And I want to pull down the drawbars a little bit and just get a little bit of that sound with the Rhodes. I kind of feel like I'm That's this brand new, amazing keyboard in a very limited amount of time. I've only scratched the surface of it, but beautiful instrument. I highly encourage you to explore it. It's beautiful.
Well, and he's, since I was only one guitar player in the band, which is me, sometimes I need two guitar players, so it just turns out that this keyboard can emulate damn close, if not, I can't tell the difference between me playing guitar and you playing guitar. So I'm going to do one of my favorite songs of all time. I grew up listening to this stuff when I was a kid. So this is a really cool song called Apache. Okay, well, I know everybody loves the hits, so we gotta play the hits, I get it. I've played in a couple of bands, a million bands actually. One band was this whacked out band called Steely Dan. And another one was this other whacked out band, not quite as wacky as Steely Dan, but a very cool band called the Doobie Brothers. So, I guess we should do something along those lines.
Bring it back.
It's a great song. It's true. It is a great song. However, I played it a lot of times. And so I was doing a radio show, and there, we were doing something for first responders. Another part of my life, I was with LAPD for 15 years, so I have a big place in my heart for first responders. Roger that. And so we were doing this radio show, and the lady, disc jockey, she handed me an acoustic guitar, and she says, "Play China Grove." Yeah, okay, China Grove. 2 guitar players, 3 guitar players, 2 drummers, bass. No. But because we are sensitive artists, where's the check?
Never say no.
You never say no. If you're a student musician, you never say no. Because there's 2,000 people waiting for that chair, right? So you never say no. You say, sure, China Grove. Oh yeah, right, here we go. So, okay. So here's the version of China Grove that I ended up doing on the radio. Yeah. And so you want this fairly rapid?
Let's give him the heat.
All right. Got one final tune here for y'all. And again, it's been a joy. It's been a joy 50 years with this company. I can't tell you how much fun it's been, how smart these people are, and they always listen. And I actually met the founder of the company when I was 13 years old. I was working at Jimmy's Music Shop in New York City, and I used to have to go down to Ace Tone to pick up reverb units. I went down on the subway, and this little Japanese gentleman named Mr. Kakahashi was the gentleman who owned Ace Tone. And so we became friends. I'm just a kid. Years later, I walk into Roland, and there's Mr. Kakahashi, the founder of Roland. So it's been a family affair since the beginning of this company. Everybody here has been so gracious and so great. And Mr. Kakahashi, sometimes, when I wanted to design this modeling guitar, he said, "Oh, Jifu, very difficult. Electronics are too big." I go, "Mr. Kakahashi, I work at Northrop Grumman, Boeing, Lockheed, Raytheon. We make stuff that's this small that goes Mach 6. This is going to be easy." So we built it. He heard, "Oh, Jifu, great, let's make it." So this is the kind of company that these folks are. So we're going to end up with another tune, kind of a fun tune. Another Steely Dan tune. It's called Black Friday.